What's up, guys? Time to show off one of two Sugar Skull builds that I'm going to have up tonight. So this one came out really awesome. I did this one in a polished case, polished coin bezel, one of the taller ones. We have a lasered titanium dial and a lasered titanium insert. And the pop of color from these are just awesome. So it's very tough to see on camera or in pictures, but the outline of him and his eyes match the bezel insert, so it ties in really well. And then it's backside loomed. So we've got some silver pointer hands with a long loom seconds hand. Stainless steel movement holder in there, low profile exhibition case back with a little signed rotor. And then this is one of my new straps. It came in and it worked so well with it. It's like a blue gray with brown, but the blue gray goes with everything so well. So this came out pretty awesome. And then a brush preview buckle on here. So that's the build. It's a thinner strap, but it does hang up just slightly here, and over time it will stop doing that. If you give it a slight pull, you won't get there, but I used a little bit larger spring bars, so sometimes that's what affects it. But over here, good clearance. But you can see there, if you pull it just a little bit, it comes back out. So over time, that will work itself through. It's just catching right there on that corner. So, but you'll want to have your polishing cloth with you, because you will fingerprint this up. I normally do brushed, but I thought with this having that nice pop of color, I should do it that style. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, and you will have to play with it shifting around to actually see where these numbers are, because they disappear on you. Very cool. And then pop right back out. So automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do it is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point you can wind. It'll wind as it turns away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, that'll keep your movement going, because that will be mixed with the rotor movement. If you're going to be very inactive, driving, sitting at a desk all day, make sure you just wind it longer. You can't overwind it. 10-15 seconds, you'll max out your 31+ hour power reserve on it. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:02 p.m.
1?
And by the way, if you're ever
No.
curious about other
I'm not curious about anything.
what can you do?
And the wife's calling me right now, so we will... Can't do anything about it. It's just blocking most of my screen, so we're going to just keep working through as if I can see everything. When you're done, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. We were able to get a lot of color in there to go with the different colors that we've got in that laser dial. This will come in a silver BBW Special Edition box. It will come with a few things. It's going to come with some watch foam. This is my new stuff. Just a little bit smaller bottle than the 4-ounce, but this is a foamer. That will come with a microfiber, such as this right here in gray, until I get the ones with my logo on them. This is good on all glass and metal, so everything there in the center. You're also going to get some leather conditioner, which you probably will never need to keep this strap perfectly soft. It is so soft and pliable. You shouldn't ever have any trouble, but if you do, apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess, and use something like a rag. You'll also get some fine scratch remover This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right filling it. Use a little tiny bit because some's going to go into this. But you are basically just going to fill that scratch and buff it out and then polish it. And if you still see it, return 10-15 minutes later after this is solidified so that you can continue to build that up. Now, since this is polished, I'm also going to throw in a Cape Cod polishing cloth, a sealed one, out of this box. It is exactly what it is. You're just going to polish it. Cut off a little teeny bit. Don't get the whole thing out. Cut off a little section and just go back and forth and polish out any hairline scratches or any nicks you put in there. If it's a really deep scratch, you might have to do something else. You might have to actually like sand it, like heavy grit, lighter grit, lighter grit, lighter grit, lighter grit, and then wet sand it and use that kind of thing. But that is the build. If it's going to you, congrats, you got something awesome. I know you're gonna love the strap. I know you're gonna love the look of the watch. I made 2 of these last night, and she's like, "Oh, which one do I get?" I was like, "Nah, nope, neither." But they turned out pretty awesome. She's already picked out a dial for herself, but these came out awesome. So hope you love it. Good luck tonight. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.